This is Robert G. Alapad, and for this video, we will talk about the critical period hypothesis. So when we say critical period hypothesis, it is about the child's language learning. In 1921 to 1975, Eric Lenneberg, who pioneered on innateness, argued that the development of language in children can best be understood in the context of developmental biology. That critical period in human maturation existed, especially on language acquisition. So meaning, uh, a child learns language because of the developmental biology in which, through seeing, hearing, and watching, the child learns language that is able to be pronounced and spoken. Lenneberg in 1969 further argued that any form of human behavior that has all of these six characteristics may likewise be assumed to have a rather specific biological foundation. He also believed that the development of language was said to be the result of brain maturation, the hemisphere where equipped potential at birth with language gradually become lateralized in the left hemisphere. So he believes that the study of language is relevant to this interest because language has the following six characteristics. First, it is a form of behavior present in all cultures of the world. Next, in all cultures, its onset is age correlated. And third, there is only one acquisition strategy. It is the same for all babies everywhere in the world. And fourth, it is based intrinsically upon the same formal operating characteristic, whatever its outward form. Fifth is throughout man's recorded history, this operating characteristics has been constant. And the last is it is a form of behavior that may be impaired specifically by circumscribed brain lesions which may leave other mental and motor skills relatively unaffected. The University of Newport summarizes Lenneberg's critical period hypothesis in its intermediate article on language development critical periods. It said that first language acquisition typically occurs in infancy and early childhood. A critical period is a maturational time period during which some crucial experience will have its peak effect on the development or learning. And it also said that critical or sensitive periods in most behavioral domains involve gradual declines in learning, with some ability to learn and greater individual variation in mature organisms. So it said that language is learned during infancy and early childhood because at this stage the child develops sounds, even the pronunciation of different letters is done, which causes gradual language learning of the child or the children itself. And another theory that rose to oppose the behaviorist view of children's learning and language acquisition is Noam Chomsky. Chomsky argued that children are endowed with the capacity to acquire knowledge as they are continuously exposed to adult speech. He called this innateness, the capacity of the brain to arrive at general principles based from the adult speech. So meaning the language is learned by the child when it interacts or deals with adults, because adults know a lot about speaking the language that can also be acquired by a child who is still in the stage of language learning. So that's all for this video, and I hope you learned some about the critical period hypothesis, especially the theory of Lenneberg, and all about also the innateness, the theory of Noam Chomsky. So this is again Robert Alapad, and thank you for watching.